Hey fellow vault dwellers, it's Angry Turtle and we just received huge update to the public test server. Big changes. A big weapon rebalancing is going on, that's one thing. The new stuff we are getting, 4-star legendaries, we know them now. They are coming with the raids. The raids are not yet up on public test server, but we can already see 4-star legendaries. We have a lot of reworked perks as well to cover. There is a lot, but most likely you want to see those 4-star legendaries first. So that's what I'm starting with, but I will cover other stuff in a moment, the full patch notes. But first, what we have in here. There is a bunch of them. First one will benefit your teammates. Less damage taken within 50-meter radius for your teammates. After that, chance to instantly reload when bashing enemies. And there are some kind of stacks. I don't know what mean full stack. Is it all 5 pieces? Maybe that's what it means. Bruisers, melee weapon deal plus 5% bonus damage. Then, attacking outside of VATS, deal 50% bonus weak point damage. This is really cool. We are getting something for non-VATS users. I like it. Choo-choos. Choo-choos. 10% chance for 500 damage and bloody mess when sprinting into targets. Can we do a sprint and hit? Finally, something like that? Maybe. Another one, when dealing damage, 50% chance to not use AP. Then critical hits fully restore AP and health. I don't know if it's like every critical hit. That would be way too powerful. I don't know what they meant by that. All health and all AP? Seems a little bit too powerful, but we'll see. Electricians, when reloading, emit a shock wave that stuns nearby targets for 5 seconds. That's a long stun. The greater the number of combat targets around you, the greater your damage output. That's really interesting. Your damage will scale with number of enemies. Plus 10% melee damage when one or more teammates are nearby. Up to 40% on full team. Another one, when crippling limbs, they explode and deal up to 150 explosion damage to nearby targets. Next, applies cryo on hit that slows targets when dealing damage in VATS. And that's only for melee weapons. That's interesting. Another one, each worn armor piece reduces the cost of critical hits by 10%, up to 50% on full stack. So what they mean by full stack, I think, when you have on all 5 pieces of armor applied. Next, when hit, a poisonous dot cloud harms nearby targets for 10 seconds. Another one, HP regenerates slowly while in interiors. Okay. I don't know if we need that, but more rats. Then 25% damage when targeting enemy limbs, arms and legs. I don't think that I would go for, but yeah, it's better to target head. The greater the equipped item condition, the greater the weapon damage, up to 60%. That's powerful effect for weapons. Just need to keep fixing your armor frequently. Next, 10% damage after each consecutive melee hit on the same combat target up to 100%. So that's way better than Furious. Movement and sprint speed increased by 5%, 25% at full stack. And my question here is, how will that work with the fact that Speed Demon alone puts you on the speed cap? Will that even work? Probably not, but time will tell. Pyromaniacs, when a combat target is burning, deal plus 50% bonus damage. Radioactive powered, gain plus 2 AP regeneration at the cost of rats, up to 10 AP on full stack. Rangers, range weapons deal 5% bonus damage, up to 25 on full stack. Return 10% of damage received from an enemy target back towards them. 80% on full stack. Reflective, that's another one that reflects damage. Rejuvenators gradually restores wearers and teammates health and AP within a 50-meter radius. Power armor only. Runners. AP sprinting, cost reduced by 20% whilst outdoors. Up to minus 100% on full stack. I don't think anyone would use it, but it's here. Scanners. AP cost of VATS attacks reduced by 10%. Up to 50% on full stack. Oh, that's powerful. 50% discount to AP in VATS? That's powerful for VATS users. Slayers. 50% damage against legendary and raid combatants. Stabilizers. Improves weapon recoil and stability by 50%. Stalwarts. Plus 50 damage and energy resist to user and all teammates within a 50-meter radius, up to 250 on full stack. Quite solid for support build. Tankies. Standing still nullifies ballistic damage by 15% for 10 seconds, 20-second cooldown, up to minus 75% on full stack. So it's kind of like Sentinel's effect, but for ballistic damage and with a cooldown. Vipers. When a combat target is poisoned, deal 50% bonus damage. And that's the last one. Now, about the nodes. Oh, before we go there, I will show you how one of the cards look in game. After that, we check only descriptions in the nodes to go faster. Like Serendipity, it's now rank 1. Way below 30% health gain, a chance to evade based on luck. So there is more perks scaling with its special rather than giving a fixed effect. So that's interesting. The scaling is not disclosed here, so I will need to eventually figure out how that works. Like, how high can I push it? Still no power armor. And now the full patch notes, but I will go relatively quick over that. I will cover the details of each sections later when I will test it, and I will know more about it, as there is a lot. It's a really huge patch. So, more mutated public events, there's 5 added to the list. Perks updated, so Adamantium Skeleton, rank 1 only now, and scales with endurance. All night long, another updated one, rank 1. And effect, positive effect of pure alcohol lasts twice as long. So that's huge improvement to this one. It may be useful now. Bloodsucker change as well. More bonus, healing increased. I still don't think it would be particularly useful. But they added benefits to Cannibal. So if you want to run Cannibal Bloodsucker combo is quite interesting. They both rank 1 now. And they both endurance perk now. Move all to endurance. Cap collector, this one. The amount of caps found scales with your luck and reduced to rank 1. Will that be a better strategy to earn unlimited caps now with really high luck pushing? I don't know, maybe. First aid as well changed to rank 1 and scales with intelligence. 4-leaf clover received useful effect finally. Now the effect is misses in VATS contribute to the critical meter based on luck. So it will charge your critical when you are missing, which is amazing. If you think about target being far away, you will miss most of the time, but critical is a guarantee hit. So 4-leaf clover at rank 1 now, it's a must-have after this update. It's a must-have, and high luck will be even more important. Then hard bargain, now only rank 1, and grants plus 7 charisma while bartering with NPCs. As well, farther down the line, the cap on charisma and bartering was removed, so there is no limit how much you can improve prices. I don't know the exact scaling yet, but you can reduce NPC pricing up to 99 charisma. So not really achievable, but there is no limit. Junk shield was changed. Now scales with luck and only rank 1. And works in power armor, so it may be very useful. You just need to carry junk in your inventory. I'm curious if those legendary modules would count, as they are in junk category, and they do not drop, so that could be a valid strategy if that works. Still up for me to test it. Life Giver is now rank 1, improves HP gained from endurance, so way more powerful. Now it's only 1 rank, but it was costing 4 before. 3 ranks, but costing 4. They didn't specify if it will cost 1 point now or more. It's only rank 1. Alright, what am I doing? I will just check. Yeah, it's costing 2 now, but has only 1 rank and gain more HP per point in endurance. In my case, with 21 endurance, it's giving me 134 HP. Which is huge. And all the stats are in here for all other perks too, so I will be able to test it later how well it goes. Now I cannot go too deep over everything or we'll do this video for hours. Lone Wanderer, again changed to rank 1 card. It's scaling with Charisma, and AP regens and defense bonuses scale with Charisma. It may be actually good. We will go into details why playing solo may be more valid after this patch. It's down the line. Night Eyes removed requirement for the time of a day, so it will make it useful now. Professional Drinker, rank reduced to 2, so it's cheaper. Ricochet, again, new effect. Now increases deflect chance based on luck. Deflect grants a chance to reflect 100% of the damage of range attacks back to the attacker and reduces the damage you take from the attack by 50%. Deflect chance receives a bonus while wearing heavy armor or power armor, 50% multiplier, while in power armor the amount of damage reflected is doubled. So it's completely different how it's working now. It's a new effect, reworked effect for power armor users mainly to make a difference between Ricochet and Serendipity. Bullet Shield, a cool new effect, 5% chance per rank to deflect range attacks for 6 seconds when firing a heavy weapon. So a lot of boosts for those perks. A lot more useful perks after this patch. Serendipity, new effect. Now increases evade chance while under 30% life, based on luck. Evade provides a chance to avoid all incoming damage from direct attacks. Evade can happen once every 2 seconds and cannot happen when over-encumbered or while in power armor. So there is limit to evading those attacks. So you can only evade once per 2 seconds. So if you will be under heavy fire, I don't think it will help a lot. Still up to testing. Evasive perk. Now increases evade chance based on agility. So is it connected now? Evasive and serendipity? They use the same wording. So I don't know. Star Jeans was moved to endurance. It's now rank 1 card and gives the same benefit. Through Haika moved to endurance and that's it. It's still doing the same thing. Combat balance, adjustment to explosions. This is really good. Explosions were adjusted visually to be smaller and less blinding without affecting the actual radius and damage, which is great with one exception. So there is a list and there is one exception. Nuka Grenade. Nerf. Reduction to the damage radius. So Nuka Grenade nerfed. Nuka Quantum Grenade buffed. I don't think that will be significant difference. Nuka Quantum Grenade is just too small radius. That would need to be a significant increase to replace the nerf with Nuka Grenade. So goodbye Westek runs with Grenade. It was too good to last. Weapons and environmental effects for NPCs and so on. So explosions of the environment reduced too. Not the damage, visuals. Weapons. The damage buffs, so a lot of weapons received hefty damage buffs with one nerf being hidden here. So they call it damage buffs and they stick in a nerf. So let me show you. That's the list. And if you go down, look at Cold Shoulder. Now it's doing total of 190 damage by base and it's being changed to 182. How is that a buff? That's a direct nerf by almost, not almost, by 8 damage. It was nerfed by 8 damage under a disguise of a buff. That doesn't feel good. Okay, to show something good, finally snipers will be able to shine more. Look, Gauss Rifle will be doing more damage. Gauss Shotgun is receiving significant, a hefty boost to compensate for previous nerf. So hopefully that will put it back online for the shotguns to be useful. Like 140 to 187, that's significant increase to the damage, as you see. That's not little. That's significant increase to the damage. Should be visible. Hunting rifle will be very valid sniper now from 70 to 100. Those are base values, so your values with the build will be greatly increased. The dragon as well is on the list. A lot of underused weapons, so I'm happy about that. Weapon and mod adjustments. There is a series of adjustments to laser guns, reducing the dot damage and fire damage. I don't know why would they need a nerf. It's basically translating to a nerf. I don't know why. There is some justification from devs, but I disagree. I don't think those particular guns needed any nerf at all. They were in the healthy spot. Especially with other guns receiving a buff, this nerf was uncalled for. AP cost reductions for multiple weapons, and unfortunately they improve the AP cost for 10mm SMG, but simultaneously taking away the special unique effect from Anchorage Ace, making it no longer unique. I don't know why. Why would you do that? Okay, I understand the buff, it's cool for all 10mm SMGs, but then nerfing Anchorage Ace, it's still kind of unique. It's equipped with a suppressor and other 10mm are not. So maybe it will be still good. But why would you take it away? I don't really feel it was necessary. Maybe reduce it slightly, but keep it unique. It's not like everyone is running around with Anchorage Ace destroying everything. It's not as powerful of a weapon. So I don't understand. There is a lot of other changes to AP cost. Some of the really AP heavy guns, I don't know why. Should we start using heavy guns exclusively in VATS? Like, those are significant. Basically, all weapons supposed to be very usable in VATS? Maybe. I don't know. That's a hefty buff for all those weapons that are AP heavy at this moment. They will be AP light now. Mutations. There is a minor nerf to Eagle Eyes. I don't think you'll notice the difference, but there is one major nerf. Major nerf to the Speed Demon. It's a fix, to be honest, but it's a nerf. I was talking about how good Speed Demon is for a while and why it's better to play on a team, and eventually Bethesda noticed in spaghetti code that something is not right. It took them years, so I'm happy to run Speed Demon Friends for a long time. Here's the dev note. Alongside the other empath bugs, this was causing a 33% reduction in all damage taken and further 33% reduction to explosion damage taken while on a team, as long as a fellow teammate was using the Speed Demon mutation. So they fixed that. But why they simultaneously nerf original empath mutation? Rarely anyone is running it, because it was reducing explosions even more than regular attacks, but I don't think it was necessary. The good thing is they fix a negative impact effect, so you should be taking less extra damage when you are the empath on the team. So that's a good thing. They fix a lot, as you can see, about empaths taking too much damage, so that's a good thing. Maybe there will be more empaths now running in the game. Who knows? Especially if you will get empath mutation, your teammates will get it, and you will have class freak equipped. You both will be better off running with empath than running without. So there's a benefit. Some other minor issues with twisted muscles, creatures. There's some changes to the creatures, but not very important at this moment. We can cover that later, or you can check those official notes if you want. There is a lot of change. Now, magazines. A lot of minor change to the magazines, but as you may guess, yes, Backwoodsman 6, its effect is being nerfed, basically removed. There's a whole list of those changes, and there is explanation from devs. Backwoodsman 6 and Live and Love 3 far exceeded the intended level of benefit for magazines and have been adjusted to match their original effect of boosting healing from food items. Backwoodsman 6 pure change in the Once in a Blue Moon update had been made in error, and we apologize for the confusion. So, two magazines that were actually useful are being severely nerfed, when other magazines are being slightly buffed. It does not compensate, unfortunately. I would rather keep other magazines useless completely, and those two still in operation. They were so cool when it lasted. It's no more, so if you have those magazines, have fun with them now, before they will get patched, and they will get patched soon. Bug fixes, miscellaneous adjustments. Address an issue where shotgun durability was much higher than expected as a result of area change. So, I don't know how it will translate. They did a lot of changes and bug fixes. We'll need to see how that will actually work. Oh, they finally found this issue. Address an issue where NPCs using laser rifles can occasionally deal unexpectedly high damage. Those robots and sometimes super mutants could basically one-shot any player with single laser. So that was a thing. I encountered that several times. Supposedly they will not do that anymore. There is a mention about charisma being uncapped for trading. Up to 100, you cannot have 100. The special goes up to 99. So people cannot go above 99. So 100 is not real. 99 is the upper possible. Not really achievable, but theoretically, you can go there. Some additional minor changes like damage dealt by damage reflection effects is now scaled by damage resist. I don't know how significant it will be. There's some cool mechanics possible with it, hopefully. Fix a case where Perk cards could be incorrectly unequipped when logging in, and some additional stuff. More pop-up notifications when scrapping. Not sure if that's necessary. I would rather have an option to disable all those pop-up notifications. Makes scrapping so slow sometimes. I would rather have a lock option for items I don't want to scrap. Still not here. We still don't have lock option. Some minor fixes to apparel stuff. And Test Zappa will correctly work with Quad, which is cool, as I was thinking that Quad is probably there by mistake. It's happened that it is not. It's supposed to work, and it will work correctly. So, Test Zappa with Quad, supposed to be a thing. Gatling Plasma received a bunch of new mods, as well as it's now doing split damage, ballistic, and energy. So that's a change. There are new mods for the Gatling Plasma listed in here. The splitter will now split and not change it into the flamer. There is a new flamer mod now added, as well as other mods for the plasma, which is cool. I will need to test the new weapon with all the changes to the damage and to mods and everything. I don't know how well it will perform. Is it gonna be better or worse? I don't know yet, but it was changed. Herd Mentality Serum description updated, so you will know that teammates' distance doesn't matter from you. The legendary mods. When scrapping items, the legendary mods that can be received or learned are now listed. As well, Charisma, Intelligence, and Luck can drop on weapons. It was fixed. Now we'll be able to drop. And on the Tinker's bench, they group by star the legendary mod boxes. So they're not all in one category, they have category per star. First, second, third, and fourth. There are 4 stars, yes, now. New accessibility features. Still, no option to disable completely explosions, but I think with the changes to explosive effects, maybe it's not even necessary anymore, but very cool. Speech to text, text to speech, screen narration, UI navigation, and so on for people that need it, which I'm happy that it's being added here. And that is everything. My apologies that this video is so long, but there was no way to do it faster, and there is so much more to cover in details that I will go over soon as soon as I will know myself, as I need to test this stuff. And that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.